The story time today, we find out what God created on day 6. And we're calling it Dogs at Last because Dave the dog has been very impatient wanting to know when dogs were created, and they were created on day 6. So let's call up Dave. Call Dave. Hey, Dave, you right?
Is that the doggy one yet?
Yes, finally.
Awesome. You may begin.
Yeah, oh, thank you very much. Yes, so this is the creation story. We've been working one day at a time. We've created all kinds of things all through the week.
Got a question?
Yep. What?
We've created all sorts of things.
We've created, well, we've talked about...
How clever do you think I am? I've got Bluetooth, I ain't got creation tooth.
Well, we have created things with Art Time for all of the stories.
That's the extra package, that one.
Yeah, that's the extra package. But God created all of these things from day 1, and we're on day 6. So we've got the sea, we've got the land, we've got the sky, we've got
water,
fish. Yep, we've got water. We've got all the creatures in the sea. We've got all the
gigantic goldfish living in the sea like some sort of nightmare.
Yeah, we've got birds in the air. Have I covered everything? Oh, stars and the moon and the sun.
Can you imagine if a bird came down to try and get a giant goldfish? Wouldn't go very far, would it?
No, you don't need to be a really big bird. They did have big birds back along, I think, when there was dinosaurs about.
I think that's a different franchise, Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Just saying.
So, but on day 6, God created all the animals. And that would include dogs. So God said, let the earth produce every sort of animal, livestock, small animals that scurry along the land, and wild animals. So you may notice at the start that we had a picture of a wolf.
What a question.
Yeah.
Things what scurry along the ground, that ain't me.
You don't scurry. No, you're a bigger animal, aren't you? You're not a small animal.
I wouldn't say I was a big animal.
But no, not like a really tiny one.
I'm not like an elephant.
Like rats and moles and I'm trying to think of small guinea pigs. I love guinea pigs.
I'm small. Bigger than a guinea pig.
Yeah, they're small animals that
they're
scurry.
Stupid, them.
Oh,
I'm smart.
Not. They're great. I love guinea pigs and rabbits as well. I suppose that's a small animal. And so God created all of these animals on day 6.
When did he make flies?
When did he make flies? Did you say?
Oh.
I suppose that's the land animals, isn't it? So maybe that's the really tiny things.
How about bees?
Yeah. Oh well, it's not a bird, is it? So maybe that was on day 6 as well.
A bee ain't a bird.
No, it's not a bird and it's not a sea creature. So it's everything on the land that God created on day 6.
Sometimes your mind impresses me.
Why? What did I say?
A bee's not a bird.
They say the bees and the birds, don't they, sometimes? And that doesn't make any sense to me.
What's the bees and the birds?
Oh, that was some sort of phrase that I've picked up along the way, but I don't know what it means really. But anyway, coming back to the animals that God created on day 6.
What about wasps?
Well, no.
Was that day 8?
No.
Did God leave his equipment around or someone go nasty and I'll make some wasps? I don't like wasps.
Don't like wasps. No, they can be quite nasty, can't they? You have to be careful.
They like me hair.
This is the animals, including dogs. And as I say, there was a picture of a wolf, which actually is, canine, because God created wild animals. And
What's
now
a canine?
Canine is what you are, a dog.
I'm a Dave.
Well, yeah, to be fair, you're a slightly different category, aren't you? But you are Dave the dog.
I am unique.
You are. And so that's what God created. But you know what? It's not just animals that God created on day 6. He created human beings.
Man's best friend is a dog.
Yeah, and he created them in the image of God.
What, dogs?
Of God. No, human beings in the image of God, not dogs.
I'm confused. What's made in the image of God? Is it dogs because we got the same letters?
No, human beings.
G-O-D and D-O-G.
Human beings are not animals. You've got animals and human beings, and they're two different, species, I suppose. So and
like whales and goldfish.
Yeah, something like that. So what's really exciting is that God created human beings, male and female, And then he blessed them. He said, go on, have children, have more human beings. And he said to reign over the earth, and the birds of the sky and the animals.
Got a question?
Yeah.
We can't make rain.
Can't make, no.
But how do they pour rain?
No.
If we can't make rain, how are they going to reign over people?
To rule over all of the earth.
You said rain.
It means the same thing. It's like, that's what the king reigns. He reigns, he rules. And so God gave
the king can control the weather.
No. It means the same as ruling. Human beings are meant to rule. No, to be in charge, to be in authority.
Oh, big boss.
Yeah, big boss. That's it. Yeah, you got it.
Why didn't you say that in the first place? Didn't talk about rain clouds and stuff.
I wish I had. Yeah. So they are in charge. You know, I never do. They are in charge of all the things, the birds, the animals.
Didn't they use centimetres or inches when they had them rules?
No. They didn't you need a ruler. And so he said, go off and, have more children and have lots of human beings on the earth to look after all the animals and the land and everything. And what he said was, we had all the fruit and the vegetables and the plants to eat, which is cool, isn't it? That's for the animals and the human beings.
I like the sound of the food.
So he gave us lots of food to eat, and we're in charge of dogs,
clouds, rain, rulers, measurements.
Not rain. God is still in charge of the weather. God decides what the weather's going to be like.
Not the plastic rulers.
Not the plastic rulers, no. And then God created all of these animals, and there's such a variety. It's incredible the amount of different animals we have.
Orange-haired dogs.
Yeah, who knew? And God.
Me, I just told you.
And God said it was
good.
You'd
have known too, since you talk to me every week.
Isn't that amazing that on day 6, God created all the animals that are on the land, and he created human beings to rule, what was the word to be boss over all of the earth, to look after it,
making clouds with rulers.
What do you think of that then on day 6? What are your thoughts?
I think you're making me a bit confused.
It's really simple. God created animals and
kings
human
playing
beings.
with rulers and clouds.
Oh, no. Never. They say, don't they? Don't work with children or animals.
Or Dave's.
Yeah.
That's not in there.
That's not in there. What's your favourite animal, apart from dogs, Dave?
Dogs.
Apart from dogs.
Big dogs.
You know, they made cats. God made cats as well.
Well, there's always a mistake. Not saying God made a mistake, just saying.
What's worse, a cat or a wasp?
Cat.
I suppose we're not going to like all the animals in the world, are we? Some animals that we like and some that we don't. Are there some animals you don't like?
Cats.
Cats. Big cats like leopards and tigers and things like that.
I don't mind the big cats. Because they're always behind glass or cages. Can't do that to little kitty cats, can you?
Yeah, they are normally in a zoo, aren't they? Yeah,
you stick a little cat behind a cage, you get put in prison.
What I love about in the beginning, when God created the universe, we used to be able to sit around with wild animals, but we can't do that now. So I find that amazing in the beginning when it was all good. Yeah.
But you're sitting with a wild animal now.
Are you a wild animal, are you?
Wild Dave, party animal, me.
Oh, fantastic. Party animal. Absolutely love it. Brilliant. Was that a little dance, was it?
Christian two-step.
Wee. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Dave. Finally, the animals are made and dogs at last.
And rulers.
Yes.
And cloud control.
Yes.
Is cloud control like crowd control?
I don't know. Are you coming back next week for the last day of creation?
What's she making on day 7?
I'll let you know. I'll surprise you.
Is it the end of cats?
I'll surprise you.
Right,
I'll see you next time then, Dave.
All right then.
Bye for now. And that was story time.